Good day everyone, this is Charmin Lipon from BTLN3A. This video, I am going to demonstrate the major cutting techniques for food preparation. So I have here the knife, I prepare the knife and also the chopping board. Major cutting techniques in food preparation. So first, let's have a cutting dice, Bernois, Bottomnet, and julienne. Now, I cut first the julienne cut. So this technique is also known as julienning. This cut is regularly used for carrots, celery, or you can create julienne fries from potatoes. The julienne is most important cutting techniques every chef should know, as it's properly used and it's the initial step for every types of cuts. Now I'm going to cut the Bernois dice. So now let's cut it into cube. Ideally, the cube size of this Bernois dice should be 2mm times 2mm times 2mm. The Bernois dice is the smallest dicing out and is popularly used for soaps. If you have mastered the julienne, then you can master the Bernois. And now let's have to cut the Bottomnet. So the clue is in the name. The Bottomnet technique is used to baton shape vegetables like chips. The dimensions you should be hitting for is 6mm times 6mm times 6mm. So it is important to stick to this size, and the new cuts will have continuity and look professional. Then let's move to number 2. Number 2 is slicing. In slicing, start the knife at a sharp angle with the tip of the knife on the cutting board. Move the knife forward and down to slice through the carrot. Finish the cut with the knife against the board. Raise the level of the knife and pull it backward, but be sure the tip stays on the board. So okay, here is the result of the slicing. So now, number 3 is I am going to show you on how to cut lozenges. So this lozenges technique is a diamond shape cut. And now, number 4, I am going to show you on how to cut the paysan. So the paysan is the thin square cut. So as you see, here is now the result. Number 5, cutting firmly. Firmly is an irregular slice. The shapes may vary depending on the item, but the pieces should be of uniform size, usually around 3mm heading size. Number 6, making oblique cut. This also known as the roll cut. This cut is for long, cylindrical vegetables such as carrots. To cut this one, hold the knife at an angle cut. Roll the vegetable 1/4 and turn. Make the next cut. Number 7, dicing an onion. For dicing the onion presents a special problem for cutting because its form is in layers, not a solid piece. So make a series of vertical lengthwise cuts. Hold the onion carefully at the top. Make a few horizontal cuts toward but not through the root end, which is holding the onion together. Then Slice across the onion to separate it into the dice. So now this is the result in dicing the onion. Let's move to number 8. Number 8 is chopping maripua. Maripua is a mixture of coarses chopped vegetables, primarily carrots, onions, and celery, used to flood stocks, gravies, sauces, and other items. A maripua technique is not served, rather, it is almost always strained out of the product before finishing. Neatness of cut is not important. So let's move to number 9. Number 9 is chopping herbs. I am going to use the leaves of sweet potato. So in chopping the herbs, just hold the tip of the knife against the cutting board. Rock the knife rapidly up and down. Move the knife sidewalk across the product on the board so the cuts pass through all parts of the pile of food. Continue until the product is chopped as fine as you want. Let's move to number 10. Number 10 is cutting turnip vegetables. So let's imagine that this one is carrots or turnips. So to turn a vegetables is to cut it into a net 7-sided oval shape. So many root vegetables such as carrots or any turnips are cut this way. So this will be the oval shape. Number 11 is cutting parsing. So cuts made with a ball cutter are perhaps most often used for potatoes. Potatoes cut into large balls into 3 cm and this will called a parsing. So let's move to the number 12. Peeling grapefruit. So cut off the edge of the grapefruit and turn it on a flat end so it is stable. Slice off a section of the peel following the contour of a grapefruit. So continue making slices around the grapefruit until all the peel is removed. So slice or section the fruit, squeeze the remaining pulp for juice. The membrane-free citrus section cut by the method is called supremes. Number 13 is chiffonade. This term refers to cutting leaves into fine shreds. It is applied most often to lettuce and sorrel. So let's imagine this one that this is a lettuce or sorrel. So to cut chiffonade, remove all the heavy leaf ribs and roll the leaves into a tight cylinder, and then slice the cylinder crosswise into thin shreds. So now these are the result of chiffonade, cutting chiffonade. And the last one is cutting the citrus zest. With a paring knife, cut strips from the citrus peel, removing only the colored part and not the white part. So use a paring knife to cut thin strips from the peel, being careful to cut only the outer colored part, not the white bit. So cut the strips of peel into julienne. So we apply the julienne cutting in this part. Then, alternatively, draw a zestling tool over the fruit to cut thin strips of zest. So that's all of my reports about the major cutting techniques of food preparation. Thank you.